Hello and welcome to another edition of Let's Science the Shit Out of the Energy Crisis. And what I wanted to talk about today was something quite simple. Before embarking on any solar energy production or any type of alternative heat production, you need to think about what you're actually using. And the first thing I'd implore people to do is walk around your home and any electrical device that you haven't used in the last 7 days, turn off and unplug, because even those plugs left in the wall, they draw current in their standby mode, so it's best not to have them there. And if you're not using it, or it's something you're using frequently, only plug it in when you use it. Top tip. The other thing is that when you're having a shower, if you've got one of these power showers like I've got, they're 1.5 kilowatt, sometimes 2.5 kilowatt. Well, that's a lot of energy. And if you're having a shower, it's best to turn on the shower, hose yourself down, lather yourself up and wash yourself, and then shower yourself down after. But don't leave the shower running. Turn it on to wet, turn it off. Turn it on to wash off the soap, turn it off. You'll use less electricity, less water, and it'll be better for your pocket. Now, every morning I watch Jeremy Vine. So, hello Jeremy, hello Storm. And my TV is 100 watts. So to power my TV, I know that a large truck size battery will power my TV for 8 hours, but a smaller car type battery might power my TV for about 4 hours. Now, when I move over to lithium batteries, yeah, I might get an extra bit of charge out of those. But what I was thinking to myself was, when I first started out this, how am I going to do this, is I've got to produce all the energy for all my devices and totally eliminating any charges from any company, British Gas, E.ON, Scottish Power, and that's unrealistic. If you want to deal with the energy crisis and you want to improve your situation, you've got to think about one device or one room at a time. So I decided to do one room at a time, and the first room that I went on was my bathroom. Now, my bathroom, there are some things in the bathroom that I cannot change the power output. So my shower is plumbed into the electricity, and my heating is a radiator, which is part of the central heating system. Can't do anything about that. But the lights in the shower, yes, I can. So I've powered those by a solar power system. And what I did was I went out and bought one of these, solar charge controller. And this solar charge controller has 6 slots on the bottom. One pair is for the solar panel, one pair is for the battery, and then one pair is for an optional load, and you have 2 USB ports. So I decided to rig a system up with a 10 watt solar panel because I thought that that would charge enough juice for what I'd use in that room. Have a small 12 volt battery, something that would power a mobility scooter or one of these skateboards. So they're AGM batteries mainly, which is aluminium glass fibre matting batteries, lead acid batteries. So it's not anything new technology, not lithium or calcium or anything like that. So just a standard battery, and that powers the lighting, that powers a Alexa, and it also tops up the power to the Bluetooth speaker so I can sing in the shower. So thank you, Alexa. So if you're thinking of dealing with your energy crisis, please make it into small chunks that you can manage. Do a room at a time and develop ways in which you can firstly conserve your energy, then work out what energy you'll need, and then that gives you an idea for how many solar panels you're going to need and how big your battery bank is going to be. For instance, my living room, watching my Jeremy Vine in the morning, and then I go out and do my pottering around the garden. When I come in the evening, watch telly again. So we're talking about 8 hours. So I'm gonna either need 2 kind of lorry type batteries, but that kind of size, but leisure batteries. Now the difference between a lorry battery and a leisure battery is inside every lead acid battery they have cells, and each cell is 2 volts. Now on a lorry type battery, the cells and pads that you have, they're very thin, and they're spaced so that it will give you a big burst of energy and then the battery goes pretty low. So it'll give you a few big bursts of energy and then low. Well, that's not what we need. What we need is long constant energy. So a leisure battery, by a different definition, is the same type of cell formation, so 6 2-volt cells, but the pads are bigger and thicker, and subsequently the electricity voltage that you get off of them is never a big burst. You will never get a big burst of energy out of a leisure battery or a touring caravan type battery. They are long constant energy, and that's what you need if you're in a home situation where you want to have your energy coming through. So let's have a look at that system that I first tried out for 6 months, and that was a test by myself for how does this solar energy work, and how could I make it work for me in situations that I want to, and how much power am I going to get out of it. Now originally this system that I'm going to show you, I had rigged up to a very large 12 volt car battery because I was only trying out the system, just wanted to see if it worked. Did that for 6 months, saw what I got out of it. I had a 12 volt kettle. It would boil 2 or 3 times a day, which is pretty good, because 2 or 3 times of boiling the kettle a day is maybe about 20 minutes of 3 kilowatt energy that you're not burning. So that's good, but it wasn't sufficient for what I'd need in the kitchen long term. So let's have a look at that system. So here is my 10 watt panel, and if I come down to the window you can get a size for what a 10 watt panel is like. It's very small, it's like an A4 sheet of paper. And this is the system that I built for the bathroom. So what we have here is some shampoo. We have the solar charge controller, and you can see that the panel is working and the current is coming in. Those 3 holes that are marked empty means the battery is discharged, because it discharged overnight. It will now throughout the day top up, and each one of those little squares will go black to indicate that it's charged up. And then underneath here I've got my little 12 volt battery, and then when I want power I can plug in and my lights will come on. Currently the amount of power that is produced, I can plug that in when it gets dark, and it's pretty much the winter, so it's a long night and it will stay lit all the way through till the morning. So if you're thinking like me and you're of a like mind, and you're thinking let's science the shit out of the energy crisis, then please try to do a small solar system, something that you can experiment with, so that you're not weighing out loads of money. The second thing to do after you've had your little play and experiment is to walk around your home, and anything that you've not used in the last 7 days, unplug, because all of those things that are plugged in, even if they're in standby mode, they draw energy, and we don't want to waste energy. It costs us, it ruins the planet. Why do it? The third thing is to find out the wattage and the voltage of the devices that you use. So in my bathroom with the 12 volt system, it was easy to go 12 volt. But there are some rooms like my living room with my 100 watt TV, I can't go 12 volt, it's 240 volt. So I have to generate the energy, store it in a battery, and put it through an inverter so it will power the TV. But think about the wattage and what you're going to need, and then plan for how you're going to tackle a room at a time. And what we're trying to do is we're not trying to eliminate energy costs. We know that there are some devices in our homes that unfortunately we will have to be connected, so we will have to pay that standing charge. But at a later time we can have a look at the energy companies, we can look for the lowest standing charge, switch over to that company, and then we can save ourselves a bit more money. Anyway, until next time, let's science the shit out of the energy crisis. Oh.